Why doesn't let me select? Oh, there we go. Kind of reminds me of Smeet. Smeet always similar, but a little bit more umpty in the thing, I think. Charging on this game is very low. I don't understand why it's so low, but oh, there we go. That's the circle button. That's what we're looking for. There we go. All right. Oh, was that an upgrade or what? That's really weird. Am I thinking it was an upgrade? Doesn't look like it did anything, but it was like a upgrade. I don't know if one called this music one. I can't remember if it's just one again. Okay.
Anybody for me?
Pardon?
Anybody there for me?
No? Like I said, he'll only come when people complain, otherwise
Can
he
you
doesn't.
tell them in 206 that money was there?
How do you know this? Why they see? That is the one of the reason why you don't tell a manual, because of that. See, right there, I just proved to you. Oh yeah, there you go. I see the things unlocking now. Must be some kind of level system. There you go. That's right. Working now. Oh yeah. Here we go. Really?
Yeah.
At 6:51, you're gonna do this when the manual's here. Really?
Let's go and do your laundry.
You do know that I do my laundry over here. I don't do it at the townhouse.
Yes, we will do it.
I've done it already.
Okay.
You do not see that there's no laundry anywhere. See? Those things are clean.
Good, good, good.
Do this. Just to let you know, guys, we've updated our channel a little bit more. If you scroll down to the bottom, oh no, this is not Twitch. So, I keep forgetting I'm streaming on YouTube because my Twitch is somehow not connecting properly. I have to notify Sony about it. And somehow it's not letting me broadcast because I had to like remove the Twitch app and reinstall it or something like that because there's some problems. And then when I reinstalled it, it's now not even connecting at all. So I have no clue what happened, but supposedly a bug happened in a way that I can't even broadcast it. Alright, here we go, guys. Now I got one for that. Oh, so they're doing this actually like, meat, or what do you call that word? Or your first match to do like an AI team or whatever you call that thing. Not a big deal. It's actually a good thing because at least your match is won the first time with AI, but whatever. Kind of like a. Kind of almost like a beginner. Coin batting? I'm joking. Enemy tower under attack. Right, it's okay because the AI takes it all anyway, so who cares? And since it's not like I was like one of those old crappy things that are not even AI that call themselves AI. And this time it's an actual AI we use today. Your power grows. Power grows. Oh, that's great. It's one of those games that you can't even jump. Well, you can jump, but not like high jump. Which is one of those useless things that they do. Game in development. So they'll fix that other stuff later. Oh, they don't do that. I know. That's the end. one of those people that are into speech.
This is a reminder. Come up for dinner.
So not probably something else.
This is a reminder. Come up for dinner.
Apparently when you're attacking a tower, you can't use physical force for some reason. But then you can kill the blast reactions. Oh, now we're both Cobra.
Allied inhibitors under siege. Your
Another thing I don't like about Speed that's also in this game is see how or whatever. I don't think that's gonna keep like after the match is done. And all these things that you've earned in the actual physical match, you can't really use them apparently. When you start burning the match, everything goes down. Even the level the only thing that you get to keep on the level system is the main account. The main level is your speed. Your main character level, like this one is 13, mine is 9. When a new match starts, it goes back to 0. That's a problem I don't like about Smeet and also this game. Anything good on the character match, none of your character keeps as a permanent level system. The only thing that's permanent on the level system is the main account. You technically can't view unless if you're actually on the main menu. And I call that actually account level up. That's a different level. There's character level up and then there's account level up. So the account level up you get to keep forever. That's if you get this your account. Even Speed does it like really. That's why I don't play Speed a lot because so you technically get all the parts it's like, what's the point of joining a match to earn something if you're not going to keep it? And right now, this is a beta right now, so most likely, if I'm correct, betas are like demos, okay? So, real life. And most of this one, these type of games, if they're smart enough, that is, most likely they'll be a free-to-play game, just like Speed did and most of the other guys. Because I don't like how some of these developers are right now, where they're literally copying the other games and to make their own. And in fact, there was actually lawsuits against some of those type of things going on. I think it was on Steam. I think it was. Where a lot of duplicated things of games were happening. No, it actually was on Google Play. There we go. It was a Google Play thing where apps were copying other apps, and then now I think Google is forced to do a policy about that. How developers have a policy where they can't copy other policies. And this one you clearly knows what they copied. They copied the Smeat. The Smeat, or whatever you want to call it. Smeat, and what was the other one? I can't remember what it was. Smeat and everything, but it's by the developer Arise, or whatever they call that word. They're the ones that made those two games. There was Smeat and like I said, I don't remember the other one, but it's the same thing as Smeat. But again, it's the same developer that made both of them. That is the reason why they are good. They're the ones that created the physical game. And I don't know who the hell the developer is over this one, but he definitely copied the other developer in this. Power World, I don't know if you know what Power World is. Power World is another company, like another developer that copied Pokemon. So yeah, so that's what's going on in this world right now, is they tend to be copying other companies and stuff like that, and there's a lot of these games are starting to do that. The apps are doing that on the app stores, and there's a guy knowing an app with no actual rules or benefits or anything. You can do whatever the hell you want, which is not a good thing. If the police found out about that, they can not only shut down the app, but they can also arrest the person, because given the fact that too much freedom is in a way okay, in a way, but then again, we're not to do that into an app store in a public place like that, because allowing the fact of no laws and no rules type of thing, and they open doors to other stuff too. Especially on an app like that doesn't have problems with pedophiles. A Twitch thing doesn't have that, but we have on Twitch we have only like or YouTube or whatever it may be. We only have like we call trolls, and that's about it. But we don't have actual pedophiles, thank God.
Allied towers destroyed.
Ooh, I got this little globy thing now. This is kind of cool. I got a bullet. To attack it, don't just try to gather it. Hit it with your weapons, Jesus Christ. You're literally in front of the core and you can't even hit the thing. Oh God. At least we're winning was good, but the thing is that you could have just finished the game and win victory. That way you could just end the game and not have to wait years and years and years before you actually learn how to hit a freaking core. That's also probably the reason why it's an AI probably. I bet you it's not even a human. If it was a human, at least it would have attacked the thing right away. It definitely went out in a way like that. The other team is probably not an AI, but our team is. Just look at this. Look at this, for example. Look at this Countback. He's just standing there. I don't know what he's doing, but... Oh, it looks like he was... Looks like he was generating, I guess. I didn't know that. See, look at this. What? This is the team that I have, guys. The guy was literally in front of the crystal. He could have just took it out and didn't take it out. Instead, he went to go fight for highlights. I guess he was too for XP, so he decided he wanted XP than actually just finishing the game in victory. And now because he decided to just not do that, look what happened. Our thing got destroyed because he was such a natural and didn't finish the game. See this type of bullshit that's going on here, and this is also in beta and stuff, and this is what we're gonna get. Like, I need you guys, like, seriously dumb enough not to understand this. There's nothing different in this game than it is in Smith and the other one. I think it's God something. I think it is. And don't tell me, these guys can't tell me they play Smith, because if they did, they know damn well they could have just finished the game in one victory right there. That's why I believe these guys are like AI type of thing and they're not humans. Because a real human wouldn't have done that. Look at this, guys. I got a glitch here going on. Right? Oh, wow. You should have expected this is going to happen. You should have expected this anyway. I'm literally underneath the tower. That's funny. What do I do now? I'm just stuck in this. One good thing about this is the tower can't. At least until it gets down. This is like a very funny clip. Oh, wait, no. I was able to glitch myself off the screen into a billions of a beyond an infinity already. Similar like the PlayStation home before it closed down. It was glitching like that too, where there's a boundary area of the PlayStation that I was able to find. I was finally found the glitch. How to glitch beyond the boundaries without getting kicked out of the PlayStation home for it. Oh my god, I miss those times. Those are old times, I tell you. They were so cheaters back then, but there were some glitches that you could do that were really funny. In fact, I think someone was explaining to me that those errors or their glitches or whatever what thing, because of them being such a horrible experience, but yet it was so funny at the same time. That is what made PlayStation what they are today, because if you look on YouTube and stuff, you can see that you can clearly see that on YouTube even that there's the thing called the funniest moments of PlayStation. It was so funny, like people posting those stuff. It was so hilarious. Like who doesn't remember that type of stuff? That was hilarious stuff back then. Wait a second, what happened there?
The enemy core is under attack.
Yeah, those are the times of places, not television. I don't know what they were thinking about the PS5, but I kind of understand what's going on with PlayStation 5. I would say that the good way if they want to be like greedy with money, I would call it. But man, if I was the Sony as owner of Sony, not that I don't support their company or want to support, I wouldn't do it for greed. I do it the honest way. The way they're going to I don't think I really support that type of behavior. Recently, they have already started a new trend by PlayStation 5, which is very, very awkward that they will do this when not everybody can sit there affording $1,000 on a console. A console that's been around for decades, and every time they had a new console, it's always been under $500. And the only way that this became a $1,000 experience is when these sculptors started making money off of these PlayStation 5, buying out the whole entire stock market of it, so that they can resell them at $1,000 a piece. Sony saw that, why are they making profit at more than us when we're the ones that invented the thing? They tried the whole entire legal system, where you're like, okay, so what we'll do is we'll limit to how many you could take at a time. Everybody knows that that's not the way things go in this world. Like, these people are very smart, and they're not dumb enough to fall for that crap. All they have to do is, for example, I go to Best Buy or something like that, or I reserve on that Best Buy. I'll say my name is John, for example. I go to Best Buy, I say my name is John, I want to pick up a PS5 system, blah, 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 etc., etc. So then I go to the thing on the Best Buy, whatever. I pick up my thing as the John. In fact, the funny thing is, they don't even keep track of the people's names, let alone what I'm about to say. But anyway, I say my name is John. I'm here to pick up a PS5 system, right? So I go pick it up under the name of John or whatever. They don't show photo ID or anything. I just go there, I pick it up, I say, I like to buy a PlayStation 5. My name is John. I reserved one under my name. Blah, 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 blah. And I say, okay, John, we kept it here for you. Here's the PlayStation 5, etc., etc., and we held it for you, etc., etc. So he got a PlayStation 5 there. He got the first one. Okay, so he got the PlayStation 5, under the name of John. And then about maybe 2 days later, they launched the scam. So he will say that his name is John or whatever. He'll pick up his PlayStation 5 under the name of John. Then about 2 days later, he'll come back and be like, "Oh, my name is Jake. I just want to reserve a PlayStation 5." So why he reserved another PlayStation thing? It's on hold for him again, under a different name now. Then he'll be like, he'll come and pick it up and be like, "Oh, by the way, my name is Jake. I'm here to pick up the PS5 system." So how do you how the whole entire scheme works in the first place? So they'll start out with like maybe one or two of them first. What they can afford at $500 or whatever they're asking for. Because $500 is not that much. You could probably go on New Egg right now even. Go get the $500 one under the zip payment they call it, where you pay like $100 and something 4 times the payment. So what happens is he'll buy from somewhere like that or something that has like a financial thing or something they call it, and then he'll buy one for like $500 retail price. And then what he'll do is he will resell that thing for $1,000 on eBay. Everybody's on eBay because that's where they buy it. That's where I would buy it because it's on their garbage. So anyway, so he will resell that product on eBay for $1,000 for $500. Now he has $1,000 on a $500 product. What he'll do now is he'll reserve it under an actual store now instead of online. So he will go into a store, first of all, before going into a store, he will make his first start to his page. So what he'll do is say his name is John, and then Jake, like I was telling him, he'll pick it up under that random name. So what he'll do is he'll buy the first one at $500, sell it at $1,000 or whatever, and once he sells it on eBay or whatever for $1,000, then he'll make double the amount for two of them now. So now he made it from 1 to 2 consoles now. Then he'll sell both of them at $1,000 a piece, and it just keeps doubling and doubling and profit. So he starts with one of them. And then he profits from one of them. And then what happened is he decides to make more profit by making that one turn into 2 and then so forth. So that's how they did the whole pyramid scam thing and everything. And that's how the sculptors start out, and then they start making money from that, making a huge amount of profit, until they get enough money that they can just literally buy out the whole entire stock market of it. So I don't know, I think Sony finally realized and clicked into this whole thing in at the end of things. They did try to do it under the name system, but that definitely did not work out because anybody could just make different names. Legally, they're not allowed to ask you for ID when they're purchasing stuff. Because that's a personal identification purpose, and you're not really running a credit check or anything, you're just buying a system. And anybody can technically, legally buy anything they want in life. Like if I was 13 years old, I could probably buy PlayStation. It's not a big deal. This PlayStation item. It's not like it's pornographic. It's not like you have to go to a credit check or anything. So legally, by law, if you don't have to run to any of those systems, they don't have the right to ask you for ID if you're just buying something. But it was only Sony that was issuing that they have to reserve it under different names, not the same name. And that was only due to the fact of the sculptors that were sculpting them off. But like I said, because of the law system and how it protects us from having the right to ask for photo ID and stuff, they can't really stop from what was happening. So now what they did is they decided to do a new route of things so that they can make the same amount of money as the sculptors do. And that way they make the money and not the sculptors this time. I don't know about you guys, but this game has put me to sleep. It's like there's no like actual any purpose of this game. It's like completely like smeek. And this is why I don't play these smeek games and all these other ones, because I don't know what the whole entire point that is behind it. It's more of a skill-based show-off basing and stuff like that. And yeah, something like this that's a beta of that is most likely not going to have full function features. So they're not going to be able to unlock much in the beta. That's what betas are technically about, is not unlocking anything, but in these type of games it's already born as it is. And to have the function that you can't unlock shit to either on top of that, like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's something I'll be into. In fact, they'll probably get shut down anyway for copying Speed and all those other things, just like Pavo didn't release their DLC because their DLC, if you look at the DLC they're going to release, it was technically Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl, but in one DLC, but it was going to be under the DLC section of Power. Even the company that owns Power World or whatever lied to everybody. The reason why they decided not to go through with the DLC is due to the fact that it was exactly like Pokemon, and the fact that everybody in the community is already announcing that they are copying them. So that's the reason why they decided not to release that DLC. Now, it doesn't mean that they might not get another DLC different than that when they work something out, if they can. But they already canceled that DLC due to the fact that they were scared shitless that Nintendo would actually sue them. They got due to the fact that it was exactly a DLC that would actually release the full potential of the full game of Pokemon in its original format and stuff like that. And they technically don't own the actual rights to that. So I'm glad they were smart enough not to do it, because they would have just completely gone crazy. And definitely to think that in that situation, I'm sure that Sony would have sued them. That's something that I think that Sony would definitely sue on. I don't know what the hell is buggy with this thing, but there's a weird shit going on with this thing. What is this? Inventory? Is it like, I don't know what this is. It's just this item, but it doesn't feel like it's an inventory thing. It feels like a bunch of shit that I collected on the ground from my garbage disposal. These are all fucking reasons. Give me one that these avatar for free. Like, it's just a fucking profile avatar, nothing else. Or are they thinking about making money off that too? Because of the fact that these are shit ass avatars. Like, are you guys seriously? Tell me the truth. Like, are you gonna pay for a banner like this? Look at the banner. In fact, I could probably go on my drawing program on my computer and probably draw this. There's actually programmed, I think it's called Draw It. There's a one called Draw It, and then there's a Sketch It, I think it is. It's another one. And you can do these yourself. You don't even need them to do it for you. These are very easy to draw yourself, except for these little ones on the end here. But again, like, I don't understand. It says beta access, right? And we're in April of 2024. But why the fuck is this there? Winterfest 2023 banner. It's a Christmas thing in 2023, okay? We're in 2024. Christmas was ages ago. So if something was in beta in 2023, it wouldn't be able to even be playable right now. Because the servers would have, first of all, been closed down a long time ago, and stuff like that. So I don't know if this is actually a beta that they forgot to close, or maybe they just it's one of those betas that didn't really succeed in life, and they just kind of just left it going. I had situations like that happen with an app and stuff like that. Not the new one I was talking about, which I'm not going to mention. But there was another app similar to that, but it's called A-Live. And the only reason why I mentioned that app name, but by the way, the A-Live one, is because they've been closed down. Well, not right, closed down, I would call it. Like, it's like they're in the app store, but when you open the app, it's like no network servers online, so. But anyway, that app was a very funny one because it was kind of like the new one I was talking about that I'm not going to talk about. That's still actually active right now, by the way. Well, it's actually, they also have clone versions on Google Play, if you must know. But what happened is this one did a similar thing to that no rule one I'm talking about right now. But what they did is it's very, very funny because it's one thing to make it so that there's no rules on the app, but then if you're gonna sit there and you're gonna do stuff like that, at least fix up the app a little bit. Like, you cannot have an app that you don't even fix properly. Because what they did is they technically, they actually didn't, they had a guy, this is actually, there was another one also before that, but it's kind of weird because I was reading up on the Vivo Live one before the A-Live, and I've noticed something very awkward about this Vivo Live, that it's kind of weird. So what happened with Vivo Live before I get into the other one? Vivo Live was an app that technically had all sorts of rules. That actually, they were following the law, they had all those rules and different things like that. And then I think it was last year or the year before or whatever, at around maybe Christmas, around December, they went on what we call a Christmas break or something like that. They went on a Christmas break or whatever to celebrate the Christmas and stuff like that. And then what happened is very funny. I don't understand how this whole thing works. I have an idea. I will probably do that under the circumstances because I just want to carry on with life. But that's not definitely something you want to be doing on an app that you are supposed to be maintaining. But anyway, so what they did is very funny. Is they decided to they went on to a Christmas break or whatever, and because their staff team all went on to get a Christmas break, a vacation or whatever, so there was no one technically running the app over Christmas. Well, their blog said that when they're gonna run, like there was no one there and after Christmas they would come back. But let me tell you something very funny about that is. Their article states that they were supposed to come back after Christmas, right? But they didn't come back after Christmas. Know what they did instead? They decided to talk about all this nonsense about how they're having a meeting about discussing the future of the app and blah blah blah. But on the end of the thing, after all that nonsense, they just didn't come back to the app. Period. Is what happened. So now we got our app running with nobody monitoring it or doing anything about it. And again, because of that reason, the app became a no rule, no ban, no nothing app. And then it's funny because the whole thing started out from there. That was actually the first app I've ever met that actually had no rules. But then what happened is things were going very fun and stuff like that until it got a little out of hand, but it wasn't out. It's not as much as out of hand as it was right now with Firefly. Firefly is actually the other app I was telling you about, by the way. So what happened is they kind of were not monitoring it, but then people were like they were doing their own things and stuff like that, but. They kind of was keeping it more of like breaking the rule, but in a decent way type of thing. I don't know if you know what I mean by that, but like they were like every time they were doing inappropriate stuff, they would do it in private. They would just do it in I'm kind of scared that they were doing it banned because the app does see that one time rules and they have moderators banning people. Before the Christmas holiday, they did that, according to what the Facebook blog is saying. So I think when they went on vacation, and stuff like that, and then never came back and decided to keep the app running with nobody actually doing anything. It became a thing where they weren't getting banned and stuff because there was no one to ban them. So that's when things got a little out of hand. Well, not right out of hand, I call it. But they did it within reason, within the privacy, in private mode. But then there was kids that saw like these people going private all the time, doing that type of stuff. And you know how kids are. They don't know what's going on. They just see what's going on in the app and see what their face and everything. Well, these kids don't realize that they're going private. That's what they did. So what happened is these kids didn't know what was happening. They thought they could just go naked all the time if they wanted to. Well, what they did is decided to go and do stuff in the public chat or whatever they call it. And on that app was kind of weird because even though that they didn't have rules on there, what people would do is if a kid went into private, into the public and did that, they would actually take a screenshot because yes, that screenshot was available on the app apparently. It'll send a screenshot over to their Facebook page of this user apparently or whatever, which actually technically flags them down to the app of that user. And since they do still have the tools available, anytime that they report it and screenshot it to the Facebook, they would immediately ban them from their area, from the physical app, because they have what we call remote app, where they can never do them or whatever. So it's kind of like they have the tools, but they have it at their house. But not every admin had them to that tool. They only had it, admins had that right to that because I don't know if you know what an admin is. It's technically an account that they make for you for the staff team, labeled under the company name or whatever, and they just make it. So like kind of like Twitch has what we call Twitch ambassadors, named after Twitch, and then it's like ambassador software and stuff like that. Similar idea, but it's just still a different app. So anyway, so what they did is they technically only way they would actually ban anybody on that app is when it was screenshotted and reported it to their Facebook page. But even while they're on vacation, they were able to continue. They were able to continue to remote access their app, their other stuff. And they mostly use the Facebook and how to use those. So even when they're on vacation, there's someone monitoring it, but they weren't not really like physically monitoring it. They kind of just base their information on what people reported to them only. So they didn't really go into the app to see what happened. They just kind of like they kind of just based it on what people screenshotted them. And then they came to the time where they decided, you know what, I'm done with the app. It's boring. So what happened is they decided just to have all their staff not come back from the Christmas holiday. So after the Christmas holiday, since nobody came back, there was nobody wanted the app at any time. So the app stayed open for quite a long time, probably the longest with no activity going on. And eventually, Google found out about this and realized there's no activity going on there. And someone needs to monitor the app, and there's nobody paying to be on the app. So because nobody was monitoring it and the app became inactive, or what they call it, they decided that, okay, you know what, we can't have an app like this on our store because it doesn't have any purpose. It's literally just sitting there doing nothing. So of course what they did is at first they decided to keep the app in the store for a little while, keep it running with the server running. And then they decided to shut off the network. And 24 hours after shut off the network of the servers, they finally just removed the app itself. Now, people that actually recently installed it can still continue to use the services on their servers and everything being active. But then, of course, once it was removed, and people even realized this, that they didn't have the app installed and they didn't have it in the App Store. So because on Google, you'll notice that if something's not on the App Store, you can easily download it from an APK file. Because that format works on the Google phone as the main app stores of formats. Because all the Google apps run on APK mostly. It's just that they don't advertise it like they do when you download it manually. So eventually it was removed, and then people found a way to put the APK file in there. So they found a way to still have it allowed that they can download it, even though that Google removed it. So then what happens, Google decided to remove the first to go licensing under the server itself, and then nobody was able to use it, because even if they downloaded the APK version, as soon as they open the thing, it would just say the same thing. No network connectivity because there's no server online. So then, of course, people were asking around, like, what other apps can I use that don't have any rules like that either? Then they think out another app, and it was called A-Live. But the way that A-Live was doing things, it was hidden in a way, because when you type in A-Live, it will pull up different apps under A-Live. The one that they were talking about had that like little triangle on it type of thing. So as you notice how they did that one is very funny too. And right away, right at the beginning, about 24 hours after the app opened up, all the admins decided to leave. Everybody left the app. So they kind of just opened the app for 24 hours, and then everybody decided to leave, and there was no rules on there. You can do whatever the hell you want. In fact, they didn't even have a blockable word like the new app does now that has freedom. Like right now, it's funny because these Chinese people, right now on Firefly, if you go down on Firefly right now, you'll notice that it does not have any rules or anything. It doesn't have any rules, but the funny part that makes me laugh is the forbidden words on there. So I don't know if you know what forbidden words are, but it technically blocks you from saying certain words or whatever. Twitch has a few of those themselves. I can't remember all the lists. I have to go through it later. But this app technically has the freedom of no rules. They do say they do have rules to cover their asses so that they don't get shut down like Google, like all the other apps do. But technically they don't, but they say that they do. And then what happened is funny thing is the bannable offensive words, or what you want to call it, they're not even remotely in any case inappropriate, or even have the discrimination of anything inappropriate. The words are very, very funny because there's a forbidden word in any way. And one of the forbidden words that they have that blocked on their thing, on the tech thing, and you can test this out on their app if you don't believe me. But it's very funny that they have this one because it's very common, very easy word, and it's nothing really offensive or could be offensive into this. The word online. Yes, this is funny. The word online is apparently blocked on Firefox. I don't know how on earth that these Chinese people don't understand the word online it means. Again, the guy that owns the app anyway doesn't speak English, so maybe that's the reason. Trying to explain that to an alien how to speak English is probably not the best thing ever. The alien probably wouldn't even understand what the hell you're saying. But anyway, apparently the word online is apparently a forbidden word on that app. I have no clue how that is a forbidden word, but apparently Chinese people think it's forbidden for some reason. And then there was I don't think, there was one more, but I can't remember what the word is. Because I don't think I really use it much. But yeah, that app only has like 2 forbidden words. That's about it. They don't really have anything else forbidden or anything else. And the rule that they say that they have no nudity, blah blah blah, that's just to cover their butts so that Google doesn't cut them down. Under the Google licensing, no apps are allowed to have pornographic on their app or something like that. That's why, because if that was not a rule, then you'll see on the Google Play Store, you'll see like Pornhub and all this stuff on the Google Play. But they don't have it on their store because their terminations already tells you that they're not allowed porn on their porn apps or what do you want to call it on their store. So that's why apps that do end up on this, especially free ones that allow you to break the rules and do whatever the hell you want for free. You have to heard right, free. Now that when I say the word free, it doesn't mean that the people on the app won't try to charge you to go private with them. I mean the physical app itself is free. So yeah, so it's one thing and about this is that's the only app right now that really don't have any rules. Now A5 is still the app store apparently, but it's like offline type of thing. Well, it doesn't really say offline, kind of says like you don't have network connectivity with a no damn well I have internet. In fact, lately it's been really good lately. Except for the voice data is really good right now. I will talk about that with the manager after they sort out if they paid for it or not for the year. Because she did give me a laptop and stuff that literally took up my whole entire password front end. So, but yet she thinks she can cover the whole year slow. I'm hoping that that's true because I don't have money right now. Especially when the manager told me I have to load my cart for the laundry things and stuff, and I didn't have money at the first, so I took 2 times for the last 2 weeks. I went to the townhouse or whatever. That lady Christy or whatever her name is, it's a bit like, who the hell hired her? I don't know, but she had a very bad anger problem. She's like one of the residents. There's a couple of residents that have anger problems here that he literally threw a chair at the staff and stuff. Oh yeah, that's one of them, Alan or whatever it's called. And apparently, I uploaded him on my Facebook. But somehow mysteriously, the manager asked me to remove it, to delete it from the Facebook because I don't even have to keep the screen and everything. So I did what I did. I removed it from the Facebook. And then I found out now that anything you delete from Facebook apparently is permanent. You cannot delete it. And there's no way you can even delete it, which is very funny. So that's why people are saying to me, when you post things on Facebook, you gotta watch out because even if you delete it afterwards, people can still access it. And I actually learned how they do it too, by the way. So like for an example, if you notice any pictures or any videos you upload to Facebook, you notice that when you click on the actual picture, there's a URL at the top. That is called, that URL is dedicated with numbers at the end of it, or a certain kind of coding system that actually allows you to know what file, because remember that photos and videos, even if you upload them, they're uploaded as a file. Now, that it doesn't mean that they're physically in your hard drive. They're on the way called cloud file, or a save file on your profile. So when you do something like that, it goes onto that URL. So let's say, for an example, you're on the picture and you delete the picture afterwards. If anybody that copies that URL are still able to access that information, so even after you delete it. all they have to do is copy and paste the picture when it was available. They copy it in the URL, and then they can save it as their favorite if they want to go down the stream. They'll save it as their favorite, and then when you delete that picture afterwards, all they have to do is paste that URL back into the web browser or whatever. And then there you go. So it's back there again. Then he can post it like it never got deleted. Now he won't be able to go to my profile and post it, but he's able to post it on his profile. He can share it with whoever he wants to share it with, including the person that deleted it, to show that he has access still. He can do whatever you want because the photo URL is permanent. You can't change the URL. You can't remove the URL because those are all done by the history. They call it browser histories that are permanent saved. That is why you gotta watch what you put online these days because nothing is able to be deleted once it's online. And guys, later on I'll fix up that Twitch rule thing on the bottom of my page. I'm just gonna put like a Twitch design or some sort on there. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do yet. Just so that you don't have to Twitch and not me directly.
Enemy towers destroyed.
Buddy, I'm almost out of here. I like the fact about Smith in this game as well that I've noticed too. The only thing probably I like about it is the fact that once you already attack a tower or anything, the other team cannot regenerate it even. So it's technically down to the health that it was left off at. So things like what I just did now, lowering the health of it like to halfway. Like when I go back to it now, it will still remain halfway there.
The enemy core is under attack.
Which is actually the only thing that actually makes this game a little easier to conquer a little bit better. When you first start out the game the very first time, you're so weak enough that you can't even conquer things right away. Yeah, so it does have its own benefits in its way. And then about the third or fourth match is the funniest part. That's when when you start. That's literally when you start buying. When you like on the third or fourth match. Once what happens once the other team sees that you're in the lead at the moment at the beginning, they kind of just give up on it and say, "Oh fuck it, I'm leaving." It's like this, dude. At least play it through. At least see if you're gonna win for it. Don't just like give up. Like, come on. And I'm always stuck with the team that actually doesn't give up. This is the good part of it. I like. So it's kind of. But the funny thing is, my friend was telling me something that I really don't really have much of a care to it. But he kind of doesn't like the fact that in Division 2 how you could throw two skills out there, like it's a torn, and then you can also throw the drone at the same time, and literally just sit back and let the drone and the torn do its business and kill everything for you, that type of thing. But my friend doesn't apparently, he says he doesn't like it, but yeah, he's playing the game quite a lot for someone that doesn't have so much complaints about it. I really don't think he understands half the shit that he's saying is probably not true. Oh, now that's different. It's very stupid. Smeek doesn't even have that way. That's horseshit. You see that, guys? That when you get to the core, you can damage it, but they restrict your damage and percentages. So you can only damage it to like about 2 or 3%, and then what happens is the shield goes up, and you can't damage it until it opens its shield again. But when it does its shield, or whatever you want to call it, it technically regenerates that 2 or 3% that you've already attacked on. What type of horse shit of a thing like that is happening? The whole point of it is to damage it to take it down. Why is it regenerating what you have taken? All these other torns you'll see here, they always they don't do that. Like they think that we have no life, that they just want to send the life in a way that you'll never get company or anything until 1 hour later. Like look at the timer right now. It's almost at 35 minutes. Look at the last game I played. It was 35 minutes. It's like they kind of technically time it to 35 minutes or more before you can actually conquer anything in the game. And that's how we work together like this. This is the only game match I've actually played that they actually work together to take out the board. Because when we work together, it doesn't have time to shield itself and regenerate. But mostly new games like this are in beta. They don't work as a team. They just fight their own thing to get XP. And all about the XP with these guys, which is not really supposed to be a part of the game. Well, it is a part of the game, but it's not what the main purpose of the game is. Welcome to Prude. Oh, I got an icon finally. Ooh, I got some Ember. Finally, like, I have to wait until level 2 before I can actually start earning anything anymore? Like, Jesus Christ. Why couldn't you just, like, let me have it at the beginning? Like, why do you have to wait till level 2 for that? For what? And then, but besides, what are you giving me for level 2? Like, this is what I'm getting as this, right? This icon to change my profile picture that I could probably upload on Facebook for free. This is what I need the level 2 for. What can you get also for 866 of those things? Nothing. Everything is overly priced to 8,000 those things. Look at this. There's nothing here I can get for 800 or even remotely even 1,000. Oh, there you go. Found one thing. What is this? The Drowned Forest. What the fuck? And this is probably just a skin. No, it's an actual hero. Thank God. Alright, I'll get this one. At least I get to play a cool character now. So I moved from a dumbass character to an actual character now. Is that the way you're gonna tell me that I'm an idiot, that I'm literally was playing with a basic Nova character? At least with Smeet, everything's unlocked right away for you. You don't have to like be level 2 to actually get anything unlocked. And look how long it took just for it to get to level 2 anyway. It literally took forever just to get to level 2. And now the thing is broken now. What the hell? There. Oh god, it's glitching now. So literally they just give you one of each of the basic characters. That doesn't make any sense. See that, guys? I said the big battle begins in, and doesn't even say the word 5 minutes. So how many minutes? You didn't even say the 5 minutes. You just pop it as a screen thing. Anyway. Oh my god, you see this nonsense now too? Like as soon as you start the bat, you can't even unlock anything until you at least pull the trigger that you would use to upgrade to or unlock things. You just have to do that just to unlock anything. You can't have the common sense that where I can just have one thing and then kill things to level up. You have to actually have the fact that you have to literally enable it to unlock it. And we already have enough work in the gaming world that playing these games, working our asses off to achieve things and all this stuff. And then there's the system that doesn't make any sense. And they only gave you basic one item and stuff until you at least get to level 2. Let's take over an hour to even get to level 2. They should have it like if you're gonna be copying that Smeet, at least have the functionality at the beginning when you respawn. You can change your character at least. That would be probably more useful. Another thing I forgot to tell you guys. I don't know if this game actually does it or not, but another thing that pisses me off with these type of games as well that I noticed, that the whole season thing. Now, the reason why it pisses me off is not because I don't like new content and stuff, but here's a thing that I don't know if people notice about this. Every time you get a season pass in Call of Duty or any other game, the season pass item you get to keep for that game, right? It's yours, whether it be a skin, whether it be a new weapon, it unlocks you the season pass and you keep it forever, as agreed to when it comes to the advertisements of those season pass, right? But these guys are that are apparently supposed to be cloning Smeat, or whatever you want to call it. You notice that Smeat is a little different. This is another thing that we often play why you don't play the game. If you notice with Smeat, or whatever you call it, every time a new season comes, like season 1, season 2, etc., etc., you'll notice one thing that is very funny is every time there's a new season, and it actually it's terrible because why it's terrible is because every season gives you new items and new things to unlock like that, and all the things you unlock in the season you're supposed to keep forever, because there's even people out there that literally will pay for these seasons. They're paying like $20 a month for these type of seasons and stuff like that, right? So that's why they have an enforcement rule saying that any game out there that currently has season passes and battle passes, or whatever you call it, is just another definition, different wording. But all those things are supposed to have it so that when you unlock those levels, whatever you have unlocked, or when the next season comes out, you get to keep whatever you got in the previous season, and you can start working on the items to unlock the new ones in the new season. That's why the whole point of the battle pass and season pass is, because everybody is a gamer. That's why they buy these at the end of that reason. And in fact, even the important games going around tell me that they buy the battle pass skin. So here's the problem that I have right now, and I hope to freaking God that these guys don't do the same thing as Smeat does, because if they do end up doing that, they're not going to be as better, they're going to be worser. So the one thing I've noticed is this game is still in beta. Apparently, it looks like it was in beta since 2023, which is really weird. How it beta in 2023 and I'm able to still play it for some reason. But anyway, so hopefully, whenever they decide to do the release, if they're going to even do the release of the full game, that at least, for the love of God, don't do what Smeat does. And what they do that pisses me off is every time a new season comes out, they actually mess it up. All the things you earned in the previous season are gone. They're out of you don't have access to them anymore. The only thing that you have access to is the new season. It's not actually free. You have to pay for it to get the new season. So, which basically is the point that's the whole thing that they messed up on. Like, I don't understand what they were thinking by doing that shit. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So that is the reason why I don't play the game. First of all, is because of nonsense going on, and the fact that I will never pay for my life is dependent on it. Because it doesn't make any sense to pay for something you can't keep. It's like, why am I paying for it? Like, why? Like if I were to buy the season pass, to have all the items in the season pass removed the next season, what would be the actual purpose of buying the season pass now? Like, I'm very confused on what the purpose would be. My understanding of a season pass is so that you can unlock all these exclusive skins and guns and weapons. Abilities, all those sorts of cool things. That's what the whole thing of battle pass means. It's a battle pass that you can buy separately from the game itself. Most of them are mostly on free to play, but there is some games that you can pay for to get it. But yeah, the whole point of the whole battle pass, season pass, whatever you want to call it, is the point to unlock new rewards that you don't normally get for free. Like I find it kind of like a premium subscription system. So when you buy a big premium subscription, it's because you actually want to buy it because it gives you stuff in the thing that is worth your value of money. So if, for example, I'm buying a battle pass for this game or me or whatever the game is, all those items that I paid for to unlock in the battle pass, when the next season comes out, I have to be able to keep them because I paid for them. So you really got paid for the rights to all those items that are inside the game. And it's not like it's a game on like a subscription base where it comes and goes all the time. You're actually doing it inside of a game. So games, if you notice, even paid games even, don't require you to have a pass event or game pass or anything. The only time you'll need to actually have a game pass or a PS Plus pass or whatever to play the game is when it goes online. But if there's a game that you buy and it doesn't go online, they really can't do anything because you're not online. Because you're only, if you read the terms and conditions behind PS Plus and behind Xbox Game Pass, it's an online subscription service called Xbox Live. We hear the word live? Live is meaning that it has to be live. It means that you have to go on a live service to actually be able to charge people that money for their subscription. But don't forget you get premium because you're buying premium. If you don't know what premium is or whatever, all that premium means is they're literally what they do is they rent these servers for the games and stuff in their network, and these servers are called premium servers. You can buy them even online. Like for example, how many people have played Ark, for example? Everybody knows that you go on your computer right now and you can buy out these servers for Ark. So that's just a similar situation, but Sony's doing that for you, so you don't have to buy it yourself and do everything yourself. Where you're paying Sony to a PS Plus membership or an Xbox Gold, which is now passed because they want to include games for you to give you more out of it. So that is what the whole purpose behind that is, and that's why they demonstrate to play your games online. And you can even read this underneath the paragraph. Like when you go to the PlayStation Plus membership or your Xbox Game Pass, read it in a small little paragraph underneath your subscription services. Read what it says. It says online playing and multiplayer access, get early access to games and blah 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 and all this shit. That is the reason why you're paying for that stuff. It's not because they're getting all these free games or all that, because that's not what you're doing. That's not the whole point of that. So what they are trying to say to you is you're getting early access for buying it to feature stuff. So, of course, I'm on a PlayStation 4, so this PlayStation 4 is too old to get features anymore. They're working on the PS5 instead. Because in order to get these features, you have to have updates, and I think Sony already announced that this console is no longer getting updates. It's very funny. It's very funny to feel about that as well. Yeah, they say that they're not giving updates to this, but the funny thing is like 2 days ago I got an update. Now, the funny thing about the updates they're giving me now on PS4, it's very, very awkward that they're not adding features to these updates. What they're doing is they're technically, I don't understand what the whole, why this thing is doing this in the first place. Like, if you're gonna feed an update, give us something. Don't just fucking feed us update wasting our hard drive for no reason. And why? Because you made a mistake on the last previous update, and now you realize that you made a mistake. You called a bug problem, where the network goes offline. So therefore, you have to feed in another update to fix the bug and stuff like that. And then you literally fixed 3 bugs, You literally, I killed $3 and then exchange for another 150 bucks. And then you realize again, oh, I just lost another 150 bucks out of the 3 I picked. Therefore, I need to fix it again, so I need to read another update patch to fix this interesting. So I turn this So all they're doing now is literally treating us updates that they broken in the last previous updates. Like, why ain't you even fixing these updates or these bugs or whatever the hell you're trying to do here on a system that you already told everybody that you're not going to even work on updates because you're working on updates on the PS5, not the PS4. Due to the fact that PS4 is so old, it's lost its warranty or whatever they call it. Therefore, they don't no longer want to get involved in updates anymore for that. But yeah, they were willing to give us an update to pick up for a patch that they've broken. That is very smart, right? An update that you claim that you would never give us, you kind of are doing. To give us what? A thing that you have broken on the previous update. Like, I don't think you understand that whatever the hell you're updating, whatever your patch updates or fix whatever the hell you're fixing, it's not going to work out because you cannot put anything that's related to a PS5 on a freaking console on the PS4. First of all, PS4 specs are completely different than a PS5 spec, okay? So there's no way that you compare the specs of a PS4 to a PS5. AMD 9 versus a Pentium 2, it's never going to work out, okay? So stop trying to fix things that you messed up and start working on the fucking PS5 for once. Nobody half the population of 95% of people on Sony don't own a fucking PS4 anymore. They're all on the PS5 now, so either fix this, do the bug fixes or whatever the hell you want to do, but do it on the fucking PS5. We don't care about the PS4 anymore. The only reason why I'm using the PS4 at the moment and not the PS5 is due to the fact that the sculptors have moved it. I've been pre-ordering all these consoles from day one at $500 a piece, but I have been fucking damned to pay $1,000 fucking for a PS5 that was technically labeled at the launch date as a $500 product. And I'm not spending that fucking $1,000 on a console that is not worth $1,000. It's because they realized they were losing money because scalpers were fucking smarter than Slomy and actually realized they can make a huge amount of profit out of a PS5 because of its powerful the system as it is. And now you throwing that AI technology to it, it's going to be fucking crazy. It's going to give an opportunity to open more doors to fucking sculptors sculpting even more now. You selling it at the regular price of the sculptor to prevent those sculptors was a funny thing because now the sculptors no longer can make business because you made more consoles available at $1,000 a piece for our sculptors. But here's the difference is the sculptor was selling the system at $1,000 versus you guys selling the whole thing included with a bundle of games and different things. Good job that you found a solution to the problem. But one problem about this with me is I don't approve of it only due to the fact that I don't want to have to waste $1,000 on a console just to get a game I don't get a about. Like, what are you going to do? Like, because first of all, let's say if I want to go the cheap way, for example, I want to get a whole digital, not this version of on the PS5. Because you do realize that this are an old thing and nobody even sells them on the market anymore. Best Buy is like literally cancel DVDs as we speak. So yeah, so we're not selling DVDs anymore. Everything's all digital now. So get that out of your mind that you don't need to invent a console with a disc in it, because this is a thing of the past. We don't use that shit anymore. Like right now, this game is digital. It's not even on disc yet, because it's in beta. So we don't need to have a console with disc in it, because all that stuff we can do digitally. So that leaves me with a cheaper console of a PS5, which is technically $1,100 still. So this is only $100 difference. With literally, what technically means that all it means is instead of paying $1,100, they're paying $1,200. $100 only. So you're literally just paying $100 difference without a disc. First of all, if you want a disc, it's simple. Get a Blu-ray player. You can get them at you can still buy them apparently on Best Buy, which is funny. They discontinue the disc. But yeah, they still sell the players, the DVD players, if you want to call them. But it's funny because it's very misleading that you remove DVD from selling DVD, but you'll sell a DVD player in exchange of that. Well, not exchange, but they just didn't remove it. So, oh my god, I'm gonna smack myself in the head because of this fucking nonsense. Like seriously, dude. Do they not understand how to market their business? Like, for real, like, you're buying a DVD player, okay? There's even DVD players that don't even have Wi-Fi in them, for crying out loud. Like, the very old RCA ones, those don't even have a Wi-Fi or anything in them. So, if you're gonna sell a DVD player, but yet you literally ban the actual DVD from being sold, period. What am I gonna do? Like this, for example, if I want to go to buy this thing, I go to buy this DVD player or whatever they call it. When I buy this DVD player, where am I gonna go to buy DVD to play a movie now? Because if I don't have a way to buy the DVD or anything new on the DVD, then when I buy the DVD player, what am I going to do with it? Am I going to eat it? Anyway, first of all, that's one of my weirdest points of all time. That you sell the DVD player and you're not able to buy DVD new anymore. There goes the whole defeat of buying a DVD player in the first place. Now brings to the next point. How much is normally a DVD? Let's say if you get like a very old one without Wi-Fi, like an RCA one right now, but you can't even look this on Google even. You can type in the word buy DVD player or something like that. Look for the very old retro ones that are still functional. And you'll see that they sell them at even as cheap as $20. In fact, even that same model, when it was brand new on the market, I paid that $20. Because DVD players were very cheap back then to buy. They were like $20 a piece, and they can't even sell them more price anymore because of the fact that DVD movies are gone as well. And not only that, the fact that also the players have been sold other prices, not multiple prices. So yeah, it's very funny on how this actually works. So yeah, so those DVD players are like $20 for crying out loud. But yet, Xbox Series X, PS5 this version, they're charging you an extra $100 on top of their scam price. So you're paying $100 for a DVD. That's how a DVD functions technically. For something that's literally only that technically has games and stuff like that, or PS5 disc games or whatever. It's really simple. I have to do that myself. There's actually videos on YouTube on how to do this. I just don't know what format the PS5 uses, but I know what the format PS3 and PS4. I think I know that format as well. But there's things you can go to online even to do this. But it's really easy. If you go to covers.com or cover, or is it thiscover.com or is it cover? I can't remember. But you can literally create your own cover to like your own DVD movie, or you can do it even on a game or whatever. You just choose the cover you want. I think it's like $2 or something like that to get it. And you pay the $2 for that cover or whatever movie you want. It's, by the way, it's $2 per each cover, so just to get that straight out right away. You can get that, and then you get what you call, I think it's Candy makes one, and then I think HP Laser, I think, makes one as well. You can get these printers that they used to sell really cheap at, like, I think it was like $35. They used to have them at PC Financial up here in Canada. I don't know where they would be in your area, but they're called printer CD labels, or what they call them. And what happened is they're very cheap. The one that I got was a Canyon was, and it was called Photo and Shoot Canyon. So what happened is on those printers, or what they call them, they have like a little disc type of thing that goes in them. And what it does is it engraves the image into the disc file. So the printer prints out but it prints it onto a disc that you can turn in the disc into the disc slot of the printer. So is for that purpose to actually put your label and creative things onto your disc as well as the image, because it lasers it somehow and prints it into the physical thing itself. And for $35 is not pretty bad for that. I'm going to pay that now. And so what happened is I bought one of those. They're very cheap, but they also break down really easy, which is not good. Well, it breaks down to me, and then people are saying that it's my fault for not taking care of it properly. So anyway, so what happened is you can get them for $35, and then for $2 or something like that, you can go to cdcovers.com or .org or whatever they call it, and buy the actual print of the actual disc. And there's one for movies, there's one for music, there's one for games, different things like that. So what happened is you can do that, and what you do is this for example, you want Halo Infinity, for example. And you buy the disc, you can get a bundle of the cost you get them at Shopper even. I don't know if they still have them at Shopper, but you can get like over like 500 of those discs as a bundle, or they call them, at the bundle, whatever they call them. But you can get them at Shopper. They're very cheap. They're like $40 or $35 for them, and you get, depending on how much you want of it. Like they get range from anywhere from 150 of them at like maybe $20. To like over 500 of them, I think is the maximum one I've seen the one go to. The ones for 1,000, I think they're very rare to find. I don't think they make so many of them. But the ones for like 500, a disc or whatever they call it, those ones you can get as cheap as maybe $45 or $50 for that. So they're very cheap to buy the disc, and then you get like $2 for the movie or game you want, for the cover of it. And then you get one of those $35 printers. By the way, the printer is the forever. Where you find anytime you want to print something. And then what you do is you stick the disc inside the printer or whatever. Make sure you have those labeled things, but you can get them at the dollar store for like $1 or whatever. And then you can just put the cover of whatever you're burning and put it onto there. Even also at the dollar store, they have these cases. I think they sell them at like 150 of them for like about $3. It's very cheap. So on a grand total, you can invest in all this. It'll come to maybe maximum $80 or $90, and you already have everything that you have right in this and stuff like that. Now you ask yourself, where do you get the movies? Where do you get the games now, right? Very, very simple. fact, there was a whole lawsuit against us that they're facing right now about this. Did you know that all these developers, even this game probably, see this game here that we're playing right now? You could probably get it from the company, from this, start them telling you. It's called achieve.org, okay? You can look it up or Google it or whatever you want to call it. This game here from the developers, once they created or made the game, they uploaded it to that server. They uploaded it to Org, and then they're hoping that nobody actually knows about Org. They supposedly, hopefully, that nobody knows about it, because the developers don't want them to know about it, because that's the same source that the developers use to upload the game to us. That's technically their main server that they make after uploading the game that they made it. Because so what they do is they use like software like photo editing software, real-time software. Now they're even making AI since they have the new thing now. And they make those type of things to software like those, like big publishing the software. Even you can buy online from Adobe and different companies. But it's going to be quite pricey, I do. I can literally sell you the license for $10. But yeah, so these developers use all these different software. And what they do with these software is they make a game with it. Like for example, with this game, you see the character, the graphics in the background, all that stuff. It's done through Adobe software called Adobe Studio. Adobe Studio, depending on where you get it, I can get it for like $35 as well. But yeah, so Adobe Studio allows you to create images and different things through the Adobe software, where you can create one from scratch or you can create one from other sources, etc., etc. This is another reason why I know this game copies Smeek as well. But anyway, so that would work is you just create things to that software. In fact, if you go to Steam right now, even there's even a creative software. I have a few of them called RPG Maker, where you can actually create your own RPG game, which is kind of cool. I just don't know how to do the whole thing because I don't know how to create games properly. That's why I've been some things and not to create things properly. So what happened is these developers were built technically everybody, well anybody can create a game if they wanted to. But what happened is they do that, they create their game through those softwares, and then they would go into a site they call achieve.org or whatever they call it, and upload their game on there to create their own server or whatever they do for the game to run. And that's where they create it and upload it, and then they can just use the software to that server, repack it or configure it and stuff like that, and then that's how they do it, okay? Now people like me that actually know how they make the game and how they do things, I can usually go simply in a way that I don't even need to make my own game or create my own game. I can literally just go to the achieveorg.com or whatever they call it, achieve.org or whatever, and I can just go there and upload whatever game I want for free. And the funny thing is, it's the same thing that the developers do. And the same thing that these companies like Xbox and PlayStation, all they do with the games is send it to optimize the game after getting the developer approval to have it on their store. So Sony does not own any games. The only thing they technically own is technically the server to run the game. So that's why they charge you overpriced, because they're making money out of it. Because you go online and the games they're purchasing. Everybody knows that the developers take a portion of the money, but about that, more than half the profit goes to the company that the developers are launching their games on, like Sony or Xbox or whatever they're launching their games on. They get about they only get about 17% of their sales. They only make 17% of their sales and the rest of the money of the percentage goes to Sony or Xbox or whoever is running their thing. So that's why Sony decided they're going to get greedy and want you to pay for PS Plus to go online or Xbox does that, so they can make double the profit. They're greedy little bitches. That's what they are. And then the same thing with Apple. Apple thought, it's funny thing about Apple about that. Originally, the reason why Fortnite eventually got closed down on the store because things were getting way out of hand, first of all. On both ends, in my opinion, both ends had a portion of this little piece of this little fight battle, I called it. But first, it started with Apple, where they got a little greedy, first of all, and wanted about a whole 95% of their profits of Epic Games. When literally Epic Games was technically Epic Games is the owner of the game in the first place, but Apple said that, oh, you have to give us 95% of your sales because we're the ones running your app on our store and we need to keep it running and blah blah blah. And the only reason why they decided to be an asshole like that and do that to them is they saw that they were making so much money and they got up greedy and stuff, and they knew that they were making so much money out of this that they were almost becoming the new Bill Gates with their game. So what they decided to do, and Sony's like, you know what? You have to agree to the fact that you have to give us 95% of your profits, or what we'll do is we'll sue you in court and you will make sure that you'll never come on the store again. So what happened here is it came to that point where now that Sony, Apple decided to threaten them like that. You know what happens when people get threatened? They go into what you call defense. At least I even do that. So here's the problem with that is, let's just say, this is where I was telling you that it got a little out of hand. So Epic Games realized that they're going to be removing the store, and that it's actually Apple's decision because it's their store. And you know where this is going to end up happening now. Now they're going to start being assholes to Apple now, because they're like a little baby, because their whole game is about babiness. They have kids playing it for crying out loud. Who knows about maybe a kid running the game? So yeah, so what happened is they started to be a little bitch and feel like a little baby about this. And when actually you don't want to do that when you're in the middle of being stupid, okay? You don't want to be doing that because all they did is ask for 95%. So be mature about it. Like, take them to court and do something to mature, okay? Don't be like a little kid about the stupid things like that. Because then you're becoming worse than what they are. And that is only the reason why they lost the battle in court, because you can't really give privileges to a kid that's acting like a kid when this guy's like literally 84 years old, and then he's acting like a 2-year-old in the middle of fucking court. Like, Jesus Christ. If I was the person that running that court session, I was like, are you serious? How the fuck do you even own the company if you are literally a 2-year-old kid? They didn't even give you a company, and let me give you the right to something. So anyway, so the whole point of the thing is that what they did after Sony they went into what they call a 2-year-old kid that has been raving over this, where they decided to say, they want to be nasty to us. This is so out of hand. It's so fucking nuts about this. And you do know what they did after that, which is very funny. They went in a way that everybody that plays Fortnite, as soon as they launched the Fortnite game, right there in the main page, right in front of everybody, they're like, click here, play the mode, fight back against Apple. You are a fucking idiot to even try to do that. Like, seriously. I thought we had to go over the place. But that is very, very immature to do. And you wouldn't even think that a big developer like that would actually be stupid enough to act like a little baby over things. Just like Sony the other day when when what's his name? When Microsoft threatened that after they own Activision, that after in 2044, that when the license gets out of Sony's hands, they're not going to give access to Sony to allow them access to Call of Duty anymore. And then of course Sony was like crying like a little baby about this too, like it was funny. And stuff like that. And no one the thing is that these things actually make me laugh so hard because these are full-grown adults we're talking about that own the actual development world on big companies that we're talking about, not like some $1 company that is created by Steam software that makes guys probably make their own software. We're talking about multi-millionaires, top billionaires even. Like, we're not going to see a company that are even richer than even Microsoft. Oh, and by the way, I don't want to talk about when it comes to richer than Microsoft. I was told this, I didn't actually research it yet. But do you know how much Sony actually makes? Like if you go to the profit areas or something, Google it online, I don't know if they actually have that information online. It is probably more private than anything, so I don't think it'll share too much. But I had someone on the inside that actually told me about this. But did you know that Sony actually makes more money than Microsoft in the profit type of business? Yes, I'm not joking. Like I wish there was a way I could actually show you guys this. But when it comes to Sony, they keep a lot of their employees and their stuff a lot secret, stuff to the public. They only announce to the public what they need to know. Because they're more like want to keep things under the table because and I don't blame them because Microsoft keeps attacking them all the time. And when they keep attacking them, it looks really bad in the community. A lot of people that hate Sony because of all this talk about what's going on. You gotta understand that when one person starts fighting with a company, it leaks into the company, it leaks into the public like that all over the world. And the other company that they're attacking, since there doesn't even say anything about it, people, most people that is, according to the law, the right thing is not to believe it. But you gotta understand, people, the way they believe as a human being is not what the law is going to tell you this, okay? You can't convince, you cannot tell people on how to feel and how to do things in life when you have no control of what their lifestyle is. And in fact, I was just also thinking about something really funny that I really don't. This is another thing I was going to say. I'm actually glad that I saw the laptop because even though that the manager said that she's going to cover the cost of the internet here, I don't know how she's going to do that when I literally went over the budget. But apparently she says it's going to cover for another year. But I come to the point where I'm thinking that I don't give a crap if she covers it, I don't cover it, because the reason why I'm saying it exactly like that is because of the fact that I don't really care for the internet anymore. I need to face reality in real life instead of living in a fantasy world. It does nothing if I get me in trouble. So. And it's very funny because the reason why I'm saying it exactly like that too, I don't know if I'm going to get banned for this on Twitch or not, but I don't think they should ban you for because of the freedom of speech out of this, but I'm going to tell you something, a real fact. I'm sure most of you that are actually human beings out there in the world, you'll fully understand why I might be leaving Twitch and why I may not be wanting to go online anymore in the first place. So a few things I need to get off the back here is a couple things. Well, a lot of things actually, but I'm going to give it within the time that we're alive anyway, so if anything I can just always fill you the information later about the rest. But the main reason why I'm saying that I don't want to go on Twitch or online or etc. etc. Not only it improves me in my real life and affects me in ways that tend to get me in more trouble because I'm too busy playing games or doing things online. The manager walks in here and notice the place is dirty, and then he threatens to kick me out. And it's causing more problems just sitting there playing all my life. And it is to actually do my life that is literally keeping me here at my house. And I'm afraid that one day he's not going to give me that experience like he's been doing. Where I'm actually going to be sitting here playing games like this and realize the fact of reality when once it actually strikes me and he actually kicks me out completely, and I realize that I'm living in a townhouse in a small little area that's like small enough to be a storage room. Yet he claims that was measured by the government. But I'm saying it's still a storage room, so but I just had to agree to him, because otherwise he will think that I'm just like not listening to anything he says. But yeah, so I'm not going to be living in a small little storage room, because I decided that I'm not going to clean my apartment and responsibility, because I'm sitting here playing video games with you guys all day. Or I'm in the middle of a match with someone at work with my friends online, and we walk in, see me playing video games, and then all of a sudden he gets me out here because I didn't see him play and the other funny thing is, it's also in the real life as well as the online, but I find real life is less of this than it is online. I find that it's really, when it comes to the online world, it's very, very, very strict in a way that it becomes like a jail sentence online. I don't know how to say it in a way that it sounds even pretty, but this online world is not freedom. It's more like a jail sentence. Okay, like for example, let me tell you something. You guys may agree or not agree, and this is why I'm saying that I make it banned on Twitch or YouTube or any of the platforms that I stream on, if I'm announcing to everybody. But the reason why I'm saying that the online world is more of a jail sentence in it than real life. As for an example, in real life right now, like I don't want to prove it because I was definitely. But yeah, in real life right now, if I was like offline stuff, I do the whole time. But in real life, I can literally get naked, and not in a public, but in my own apartment like this, I can literally get naked to the point that means my underwear, and only my underwear, not anything else. I can literally use my underwear without to walk in here to get me the clean place. And I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to worry about getting arrested. I don't have to worry about saying that, you're going to get my ban and stuff like that. And if you don't know what a ban is, it technically means that you can't communicate with anybody anymore. At least not on that account. So yeah, so in real life, you can literally be naked in your own place if you want, like freedom. But when it comes to online world, and if you're live and you go naked, you will literally get banned for nudity because of rules. And I understand everywhere has rules. I understand that, but it seems like the rules online versus the reality of real life are completely different. You get less rules like that in real life. And the rules online are not really laws or actual rules in real life. Technically the rules online are just ones they observe and realize that they have to add to become based on online community. They don't really base it in reality of real life. They base it on their own platform, making their own rules separate than the ones that they get for the public to even install their rules on their app or whatever they're hosting their things on. So that means that the user technically has to follow the rules of the app or the game, as well as the app store that they're actually downloading the app, as well as the social media, etc. So here we as a person are given 3 types of rules online. And in real life, you only get 1 rule, let alone 3 of them rules. That's why I was telling you that online is like one of my skill sessions. As well as you're getting all the you can't do shit anymore, you also have your own life in real time too, and getting yourself a huge amount more shit in life because you're not cleaning the place, you're not getting responsibility, you're not even cooking food, so who knows if you're gonna be able to survive. You're just sitting there playing video games all your life, and nobody's sitting there paying you. There's nobody coming into my broadcast. And the reason why these other people have thousands of people in their broadcasts and stuff like that is because they've been streaming every single freaking day. They even lose sleep over this. But if you look at the doctor's notice, if you ask any doctor, you need at least 8 hours sleep, okay? And forcing yourself to stay up based on energy drink, that's definitely not healthy at all. That's definitely not going to be something that's recommended by your doctor, okay? If your doctor already can tell you that, your doctor can already tell you that you need at least 8 hours of sleep, first of all. You're not getting 8 hours of sleep itself is unhealthy. And then all of a sudden now you're like forcing yourself to stay awake by energy drinks. Okay, and now I don't know if these energy drinks are even remotely even healthy enough for you. Because I would think that because it has 98% caffeine, which is very high in caffeine, by the way, I don't think that would be really suitable. Okay. Now, even those energy drinks I've seen, like the G Fuel and stuff like that, they tell you on the bottle that there's 0% sugar. First of all, I have so many doubts that it doesn't. But I don't know if you ever tried, I think it's cotton candy or something like that, or Skittles or something like that, I think it is. But first of all, let's start with the cotton candy. Well, they both have the same effect almost. But you notice that with their energy drink, on cotton candy or Skittles or whatever it's called, it works on Skittles, by the way, because the Skittle one will probably make it puke. But the Skittles or the other ones, or any of those energy drinks, you'll notice that you can't eat the crystal out of the container. You want to know why you can't do that? Because it's so damn strong inside the container, and if you eat that shit, they're going to have stomach pains, they're going to have cramps, and you're literally, if you're lucky enough, hopefully you don't puke out of it as well. But yeah, you're going to have some serious problems with your inside digestive system. And then people are saying that, well, it's your fault. Why the hell are you eating out of the box like that, out of the crystals like that? And I was telling them, I'm like, the reason why is because I thought it was like juice crystals, where you can literally just eat it and without consequences, and it won't do any effect to you. So that's the reason why I decided to do something like that, because of that reason. Then I was stupid enough, because when I did do it, oh my god, I had so many cramps, I was on the toilet so much, it was really terrible. And then the next day was Code Brook, of course, was causing even more problems. Where the manager thought I was making up shit again, making excuses again. When I told him blatantly I did not make any excuses at all. Because apparently I used to say that I'm always sick just so I can not get ill, go to Code Brook. And then I would miss the whole days of Code Brook because over that. Well, he finally got on to the fact that anything I say now is technically me making excuses. But it's not making me excuses all the time anymore, because I've grown out of that stage already. And the only reason why I'm making excuses like that because they pissed me off at Fort Brooke when I was here. And I just couldn't handle all the stress anymore, so I was trying to make excuses that way I don't have to deal with that shit anymore. But then it came into effect where manager got a thing this year where COVID hit, and realized that my file was about to be closed down because 5 years later, when COVID finally ended it permanently, they realized I haven't been going to Code Brook for 5 years, and they can only hold a file for 2 years, it said. So I was forced, or kind of forced, to go back there, or the file would be closed. So what happened is we had a planning care at the time, but actually meant with that planning care, I agreed to go into Coral Brook because I didn't want to lose it, right? And the funny thing is, I've only wanted to go there due to the fact of the promise that they made, where they're there to help me get a job and stuff like that. They just wanted me to work on the skills and so forth. And at the time, because it was after COVID and all that stuff, I knew that 150 jobs I got on my own, it cannot happen like that anymore. I have to go through a program like this because I'm under disability, living in a group home, and things got a hell of a lot more stricter when it comes to hiring because of COVID. And since COVID was done to a disease or some kind of thing like that, that's why it got very strict. Where now they have to only do it to the program because they don't want to take people independently that's on disability. Because they're afraid that something might be causing their thing, like people can get sick and die or whatever. So therefore, they made it as a thing where after COVID, people with disability can't get jobs anymore. Unless if they have support or some sort that can vote on their behalf, that they're able to get that job. In this case, the only way that I can do it is through the whole program or something like that. But that is the reason. That is one of the reasons why I had to go to the Brook. Now, I thought at that time I could probably delay it a little bit. They said they threatened to close down the file, yes, but they said that that's because I didn't go within the 5 years or whatever because of COVID. So I was thinking that what I can do to make it so that they don't close the file and I can not go to Coral Brook until I'm ready is I can delay it a little bit more, but I cannot delay it too much. So I'll probably be like I will delay for another couple of months, so I can do all the things I was busy doing in the process, and then get ready to go to Coral Brook from there. But it didn't even last a month, on the 3 months I wanted to do before the planning care came up, and then they forced me to go there to get a job. But they didn't realize at the time when they said they're closing the file, they sent the email to me saying that you don't have to go to Coral Brook if you don't want to. And it was an optional type of thing. If you don't go to Coral Brook, all you do is close your file. And then I asked is, if you close my file, and then I want to go later, can I go back to the Coral Brook after you close the file? And she said, yes, you can come back at any time you want. But what we'll do is we have to close the file so that we can give it to someone else that is interested in going to Coral Brook, that want to work on their goals and get a job out there. And she said the only reason why we close your file is because of inactivity. And because you're in constant activity for over 5 years, our policy states that we have to close down the file and stuff like that because you're not showing interest of any kind that you want to even come to Coral Brook. And it's not that that's the case, it's that our system is thinking that way. Like I know then she explained that I know you want to come to Coral Brook, I know you want to learn the skills, I know you want to get a job and different things like that. But when a policy is kicked in like that, where it's over 5 years and you haven't come to Coral Brook, it's technically beyond our control now. Because by the policy, we have to follow the policy, or we could get closed down, or we get fired for this type of thing if we don't follow the policy. Therefore, I have no choice but to close your file if you're not going to do it. So that he said that, then when I asked the question, like, am I able to reopen the file and come back afterwards, like do the same way I got it? She clearly told me that yes, you can do that, but you have to literally let us know if you want to come back, because we're not going to be psychic to let you know. And when you come back, you have to come to the whole process again, where you go to the interview and everything, and we have to see if you can get approved again, because we have to do the approval on our end. And but from the way that things are going at the moment, I don't think we would actually approve it, because you have had several incidents and cases where we tried to help you and you don't listen. So we may not approve you the second time due to the fact that of that reason. But we're not also going to sit here forcing you that you have to come to Corbrook, or you can never come back either. So coming back to Corbrook as an option, it's your choice. So if you want to be part of Corbrook, then you come to Corbrook. If you don't, you don't. But we can't keep your file open when there's millions of people that need to come into this. And they're holding their spot in place and on a waiting list. And you're not even wanting to come to Corbrook in the first place. So we're going to give it to someone that actually can use it, that actually will come to Corbrook every day, work on their goals, and do what they are here to do for them. But we can hold a spot for these people like that, and be like, we're holding your spot longer than their spot, when you're not even wanting to come to Corbrook in the first place.
Killing spree.
So what we're doing now is not only we're giving you an option to do this, but we're doing it in a fair way that doesn't offend anybody. And we're not suspending you. We're not saying we're suspending you. So that means when you do this and you don't come to Corbrook, we'll just mark that you quit, that you didn't want to do it, that you didn't want to be a part of Corbrook. We're not even going to give a reason, because there's no actual reason behind it. We're just going to say that you're not interested in going to Corbrook, is all we're going to say. We're not going to sit there saying that we suspended you, and we fired you, or whatever it may be. We're just going to say what you want. That you didn't want to come here to Corbrook, therefore you chose that you didn't want to come here, and you left because you didn't want to be part of it. There's no penalty for that anyway, because, like I said, it's your choice. If you don't want to come, you don't come. Nobody can force you to do something if they don't want you to, if you don't want to do it. Yeah, that's part of your right. You have the right to refuse if you don't want it. Now, whatever you and your home discuss, that's up to you. But on our end, you don't have to come to Corbrook if you don't want to. All you want to do is just your file, and that's it. And if you want to come back later on, that's what you do. We're giving us a 6-month period, because once someone is removed from our system, it takes about 6 months before you can reapply. So we're not stopping you from being part of Corbrook just because you don't want to be part of Corbrook. What we're doing is we're just giving you a slot to someone in the meanwhile while you decide if you want to come back to Corbrook. And you can't apply until you go back on the same list that you were on before, and we have to approve you again. And it's not guaranteed that you let in right away, because there's millions of people on the list. Since the time you applied, there was like maybe 150 people on the list, and now everybody, from that 100 and something people when you applied, we now have over like 1,000 people, and it's just growing and growing and growing. So it's going to be a lot harder to just have in to leave, because you're already inside it, you're already and the only way you can get removed from our program, choose to get removed, or if you get suspended because you're breaking a rule. But in the end of things, it's your decision if you want to come here or you don't want to come here. Nobody can really force you to do it, okay? And because you left without in a good notice and you didn't actually break any rules to get suspended, most likely if there is a business area and it can accept you to come back, most likely, I didn't say it was guaranteed, most likely you'll be able to get it back in. But with a million people and stuff, and every day is growing on the news, literally your odds are very, very slim that we can get you back in there again because of that. So, and right now they're leaving people on the waiting list, that can't even get access to get back in here until maybe even after 5 years itself, when some things flare out.
Enemy tower under attack.
And then even after 5 years, we don't even know if these guys are going to be still on our waiting list or not, because they're just like sitting there inactive still. We even have so many people on that waiting list that we literally had to clear 50% of that list out because to make it more fair. So most likely we're technically overly stocked on the waiting list, way over the cap limit. So the likely of you when you leave this program, if you decide that you don't want to be a part of us, I don't think that even will be able to come back here to talk after that. And we don't base our information on your notifications. We base it on the waiting list and who we think is necessary that can come back to Corbrook. And right now, I'm telling you right now, if you leave Corbrook, doesn't matter if it's on a good or bad notice, it doesn't really matter because on our end, that what we are seeing here, and we're seeing that you're not even doing anything to work on any of your goals of any kind. Therefore, the likely of you being approved to come back will most likely not be able to come back because you have not even shown us or proven to us that you're even working on any of the things that we're teaching you. And if you're not going to work on anything that we're teaching you or do anything, so knowledge that you even want to be part of Corbrook, then we can't really accept you to come back if you quit. That's why she suggested that please, at least come back to Corbrook, prove to us at least that you're a good person, that you learn stuff that we're teaching you. Therefore, if you decide later after that you want to quit, or whatever you want to do from there, or get a job, whatever it may be, the most likely you'll be accepted to come back here due to the fact that you are a nice person, you follow the instructions, you're working on something and stuff like that, and because when you work on stuff, it looks so good or not that we're teaching you those things. But if you're just like coming to us and then you're not learning anything out of it, and you're not really benefiting anything in Corbrook and what it's meant for. So therefore, what's the point of coming to Corbrook if you can't even learn the skills? See that's the reason why when you close your file, I'm not going to guarantee that you're going to come back because you're not really going to be approved because of several reasons. First of all, you don't meet the requirements because you don't actually learn anything. You're just like going off on your own little world and not even paying attention to ours. You're not even working on the skills or the goals that you need to achieve your goals and stuff like that, so we can't even approve you because of that reason. And you won't even make it on the waiting list, let alone being approved, due to the fact that we have over millions of people. We had to literally remove half, about 50% of those people got removed due to the fact, remove from that thing due to the fact that there was overly over the cap limit of the thing. We're very limited to how many people we allow in the thing.
Enemy tower under attack. Minions are strong.
I'm actually I'm gonna do something very smart tonight, and I'm gonna let you guys see this what staff do on a daily basis. This is gonna be an app. It's gonna make it app. by the way, I even have an email about this as well. That's why it's going to be very funny. Because Emmanuel came here today, first of all, on a weekend, what he normally doesn't come on a weekend, which is very funny. But it is Sunday. He has come a couple times on Sunday to threaten that we're moving to the townhouse if I don't follow instructions. And he also, those times, I think Carrie was working at the time. And he was trying to look for Carrie or something like that at the time. But yeah, it's very rare that he comes on weekends, but he does eventually come on weekends. But he only comes on the Sunday, not on Saturday. But then there's occasions he does come on Monday. So the funny thing I was laughing about is he doesn't come on Sunday. I think he's been like that for the last 2 or 3 months. He's only been here on the weekdays. So now all of a sudden he's on a weekend, on a Sunday apparently. And this is where I'm trying to laugh and funny in this about this. He's here on a Sunday, technically the day before, on a normal basis, would be the day that it's the day before I go to Corbrook on a Monday or Wednesday. But here is the faulty problem is half the time when people email him, like me or anybody, he doesn't really check his email often. He mostly checks his phone often, but he doesn't check his email often. When he gets a chance to check his email, then he eventually does end up checking it. But unless if I call him or on the phone or something like that, saying that Corbrook has emailed you about something, that's the only way he will actually check his email. And then of course another thing is he might check it maybe on the odd ends, like maybe like 1 or 2 times a month, or maybe like very low. But if someone from Corbrook has emailed him, the only way he would know about that email is when I call him or discuss about it. And then after that, explain to him why it was emailed. But the funny thing is I'm the one that told him about the email that was emailed to him, because otherwise, if I didn't mention it, he would have not known about it, probably until maybe 6 months later, probably. So I notify him at the time when it actually happens, and then he blames me and threatens to kick me out based on what the email said that was misunderstood, that was not exactly what he was trying to read, he just didn't read it properly. Because at the same time that he got the email, I got a copy of it as well. Anything that I sent to the staff about me actually gets also emailed to me as well, because I'm under the name of the main contractor that made the agreement. So yeah, so that's what anything that's sent to them also gets sent to me. So I see the same thing. And the only difference is when I notify him at I notify him and he checked it like within 2 minutes. He already checked the email. I can't really do that in 2 minutes because first of all, Corbrook doesn't have internet and I have to use my data. And I haven't really found an unlimited 5G network yet, like my internet home. So I don't really think there is one in this phone yet. Well, there is, but not in Canada, of course. So yeah, so I have to literally wait until I get home before I can actually check my email. And when I do that, it's kind of like I'm too late to check my email because he's already yapping about over the phone how he's pissed off with me. He's gonna get kicked out. All this stuff and stuff like that, and tell me all these stories of what he read that he thought he read, but when I get home I find out that it's not exactly what it was said. Because just before those emails get sent to him, the worker that sent that email, we just had a meeting literally 2 minutes before that email was sent. And then when I get home, it's the only way I can see exactly what he said. So whatever he read based on my call. So when I told him, 2 minutes later after my call is done, that's when he decided to actually check his email. But the 2 minutes before that was sent to him, I was literally in a meeting with the worker at Corbrook discussing about this. And when we were discussing in the meeting, we did a full detailed explanation to exactly what was going on. We talked about it. We resolved the thing the properly way that humans do, as a civilized adult does. And then after that, she even asked me, before she even sent the email, she asked me, would you like me to send the email, yes or no? So if I said no, I don't send the email, she wouldn't have sent it, and Emmanuel would have known nothing.
The enemy core is under attack.
In fact, even Emmanuel's email was given by me to what's her name, to my worker. So if I didn't even give the email to my worker at Corbrook, he would have not known anything that goes on in Corbrook. There were no book coming into here and follow up to anybody. The only thing that he would probably have access to do and that would be able to threaten me with is to keeping this place clean, and that's it, and the things that we do here at personal life. But all the things on Corbrook, he would have not known anything if it wasn't for me actually allowing, first of all, Florence to actually email him in the first place of these emails, as well as that allowing him to access my life by giving her him an email, because he wanted to update it in the system, and Esther was saying to her that she's not even the manager. Technically she is, but she's like the second manager, so she's not really the first manager, but she is still a manager. And then I also confirmed with Esther, and she said that she never even said that she was not a manager. So that's how this whole shit has gone wild happened. And because of that reason, Florence said that we don't have a reliable caregiver on your file. Therefore, I need someone that looks after you on file. So if it's okay, can you get Manuel's email address so that I can email him when things happen? Like, for example, let's say if we had a Christmas dinner at Corbrook, she wants them to know that there's a Christmas dinner and stuff like that. I remember that she was asking this before another resident started going over there as well. So this was a thing that before the resident. Now that the resident goes there, and it doesn't really matter anymore because she can easily tell Wheel-Trans or whoever takes her. She can tell them, and there's a ton of people come from this group home over there too. So there's plenty of ways to pass communication. And most likely, it's the same thing. Like a holiday comes up, and they're closed for the holidays. Then inform the staff right away. Like there's a holiday coming up on this day. Corbrook is closed. Even the other lady goes to Corbrook. She even shows a flyer to them. So they don't even need me to inform them or my worker to inform them, because they already get that from other people. So technically, I gave the authorization for Corbrook to contact Emmanuel. I gave them his email address, and I also told her it's okay for them to send the message. And then to find out what in the return of this, because I'm being honest and being truthful and being nice to people, and letting people be able to allow them access into my personal private life, when technically the rules say that work and personal are separated. That's how the government runs. But I'm the one that's brave enough to give access and be nice to people, and in the end of things, I get thrown back to like a piece of shit in my face, where they tell me that I'm going to be kicked out of the place if I don't go to Corbrook on time, and this and this and that. Is this what I get for giving the email access to someone, or allowing them to access my Corbrook lifestyle, as I call it, when literally, technically, I was told, I even had emails from my worker at Corbrook explaining that your personal life and your work environment life are separated. You cannot go and, like, I cannot work for Wendy's right now and talk about how I masturbated last night. Do you think that would be really appropriate? First of all, it's none of their business if I did that, because that's my own personal life. And second of all, you definitely will be fired for two reasons. For telling your personal information like that, and second of all, for being inappropriate and talking about nasty stuff like that. So you literally violated two rules just for saying that personal lifestyle. So that's something that was brought up, because even I'm going to tell you that one of the staff, like you would think that the staff that are looking after you are all people will be the ones that enforcing the rules and making sure that you're safe and making sure that they're doing their job technically. But there's stories behind, I call them a story behind the closed door, I call them. They're the staff that's supposed to look after you, teach you these skills, and set all these rules and different things like that. You'd be surprised when I found out, but I think it was a couple of days ago or last week. There's some of these staff are not very innocent as they think they are. There is some corrupted shit that will put you to hell and stuff. And for a company called Christian Horizon that could change their name to carry to the Greek Catholic word on the Bible in a way that is not discriminating people only to the Christian belief. It's quite funny that they are into this wonderful God-related relationship. But then again, they have their little dark side on the side too. Whereas I know that for a fact that God's a loving person and spiritual of love and happiness. And I don't really think that this little dark side is going to be approved in the God's of terms. Especially when one of the residents or the staff dies here at Christian Horizon and they're sitting there celebrating it and being happy and giving cake and popping and dancing like a little tomorrow. Do you know what I call that? I call that a very, very, first of all, very ignorant to the dead and stuff like that. Because you know what? I don't really like to say this, but you doing all that stuff, having a party, having cake and all this cool stuff, I would take the food, of course I took the food because I'm hungry, right? Because otherwise I'm not going to eat dinner. Apparently in this group home, apparently if you don't eat at the barbecue or these free events and stuff like that, you tend to get no dinner in return of that. And if you do, it's going to be like a 1P or something like that. It's not going to be like a 4-course meal like they normally give me, due to the fact that you're supposed to be at the event and you can make it there. But it's funny thing about this whole entire thing I'm trying to say here is they do this all the time in these type of, all the group homes do this in Christian Horizon. So what happened here is I only went to those things due to the fact I'm hungry. I know I wasn't going to get dinner. In fact, I'm not going to lie, but the food is kind of good too. I'm not going to lie about that. But I'm not into the whole celebrating part of it. Like, I'm not into the fact that, oh, you're celebrating it because someone died. Just like when we went to COVID, for example. It's funny thing is that I don't know what the fuck is people is wrong with this world today. I don't know why I'm even accepting these things, like these like gifts on these things. Like, I should actually seriously think about refusing it. Only not because of the fact that it's not good to have all this stuff. It's because of the reason behind it. Like, you look at COVID, for example. People literally don't realize that COVID kills people. They have to get them sick, and then hopefully they can get a cure out of it. And if they can't get a cure, they die. That's why they keep them quarantined separate than the actual people that don't have it. Because you can either get sick or die from it. Like, you can barely even keep alive because it's so sick in you. Because this disease goes into the host of your blood system. So yeah, COVID is very dangerous and it kills people. And in fact, I've had several of my friends that have their friends die over this. And I was hoping to God that my father and my mother, that's very old right now, I'm hoping that they don't get sick and die too, because I found out the other day that this COVID literally attaches itself to weak cell things. So how that works is that the cell it doesn't have to be purified or it doesn't have to die completely. It has to be between. So when it's very, very weak and vulnerable, this is why the virus only attacks a lot of old people mostly, not younger people, because older people have what you call a weaker immune system. Therefore, because it's weaker, the host of the virus can attach itself to that weakness. And how it works is that it technically looks for a weak spot of you, like the blood cell or whatever, and because it's so weak, it technically doesn't have any immune system to fight off this virus. But also, this virus cannot live on a dead cell. So what it has to do is it has to literally host itself to what you call a dead cell, but it's not actually a dead physical cell, but somewhat dead in a way that it can attach and drain the life out of the rest of it. So that way, because it's so weak in the cell, the person can just die, and just before the cell gets fully dead, it will attach itself to another host. So it keeps like jumping to different hosts that have weaker cells that cannot be strong enough to handle immune system. Therefore, it attacks these weaker areas, feeding off of it. Kind of like one of those movies you see with all these like big ass alien guy or something sucking the life out of humans. Similar idea, but it's like a virus version of it. And the thing that pisses me off is when we were on lockdown, I got over that $1,500 or whatever they call it that I normally get from COVID, not COVID, from password funding. It was only able to cover recreation at one time, which was like things like bus fare, TTC fare, and different things like that, and stuff like that. And when COVID happened, we got on what you call lockdown, where nobody was allowed to leave your house or anywhere in the public of any kind. In fact, they said that they're willing to give you an option to spend the expansion of your password funding, where not only it's going to be used for recreational use, but they can give you gadgets now. And at that time, there was no restriction to what gadget you can get. So if I wanted a PlayStation 5 at that time, and it was available at that time, I could actually get a PS5 with no problems. Because it would be considered under the gadget system, and because under the system they were specifically limited to what you could allow to have. So as long as it's a gadget format, they don't care what you get. If you wanted to even get like, I don't know, if you wanted to get like the latest AI technology, I don't know, like maybe an AI technology robot. There we go. I actually, they're talking about that. I wonder how to get them, but yeah, apparently they work on these weird things. Like there's actually, in fact, talking about that, I didn't get the name of that thing I saw the other day. I saw it on my Google ad the other day. There's an actual AR robotic dog, which is kind of funny. I saw that, and it said it's for kids and stuff, but I might get one of those just because it's funny. Again, I don't think that's really for kids only because it's not really for kids because people like me, I would only get it because that thing looks really kind of cool and funny at the same time. So yeah, so apparently it has this AI robot. Let me just look it up and give you the name of it. It's very funny. You can just Google this yourself and actually buy it if you want. And I don't know how much it costs, but I think they're very cheap. Because technically it says in the ad that it was built for kids. But if it's like an AI robot of a dog, it's like a pet dog, but it's in like an AI format. So I'm sure that, like let's say for an example, if I'm a dog person, I'll probably buy it because it's probably the closest thing to the real dog. That technically is not a real pet, so therefore I can't get in trouble for having a pet because you don't really have to feed it because literally it's not a real dog. And real dogs, you feed it to survive, but it's a robot. So you don't feed robots, you make it learn things. Like, because it doesn't take food, how are you going to do it? You're going to give it dog food and then what's going to happen is the dog's going to malfunction. So let me see if I can find it for you. Hold on. AI robot dog. I think it's this one. See, they even have another one too. Oh my god, they have a lot of these things. It's not the one I'm actually looking for, but well, oh, there it is. I think this is the one. Well, it looks a little bit different. It looks a little weird now. See, even this one has one now. This is a, well, it's not exactly the same type of dog, but it's similar to the same thing. Oh my god. Holy mother of Jesus. Sony. Really? Really? You see this, guys? Like I said, the Nico transfer you to my computer. I didn't get you to see this shit. Sony that makes TVs, they make PlayStation, all those wonderful gadgets you buy for gaming world and all those different things, actually made an actual AI robot? Hell no. And then what the robot is called is funny too, because it's called, I don't even know what the hell this is called. I can't read this type of thing. It's called AIBO. Yeah, AIBO. So if you want this AI robot thing, or whatever they call it, this thing, it's technically apparently owned by Sony, but I didn't see them on their website. This is actually another site that's saying the Sony logo in the corner. But I will definitely want to confirm this with Sony before getting myself into trouble. But I don't really think what's Sony gonna do if they copy the Sony logo on their page just to sell an iRobot, because it's nothing to relate to Sony in any way. So then they can probably get away with something like that, if anything. But yeah, so what it is, if you look here, the website is us.aibo.com. Simple web address as well, very short and simple. So let's see how much this one is, because the other one I think was like 30. Oh shit. Whoa. Well, I should have probably expected that because remember that Sony's been hijacking huge ass prices, especially after the incident with PS5, where sculptors kept scalping the shit and making more profit than them. And ever since that incident happened, I think Sony's been jacking up prices on everything new of theirs now. So, well, unless if you win a Lotto Max or something, or who knows, maybe you can, I think you could probably save like let's say if you work in a business that pays like $1,000 a week, you can probably get this in maybe 2 or 3 weeks after that, on maybe your third paycheck at $1,000 a week. If you even make that much, because most jobs there people get hired on minimum wage. So you're gonna have to be working like in an office or something on a big company, or you can maybe apply to see if you can work for Microsoft. And if you're an employer, you can probably afford this too. But apparently, this iRobot, or whatever you call it, is technically $2,899.99. So yeah, so this is the price of the physical dog itself. And then, I don't know what the fuck this bullshit is. So technically they found a way to overly price the price on AI technology. And then double the charge income, because remember, this is Sony we're talking about. Why stop at the Sony PlayStation 5 where you have to buy the PlayStation at $1,000 in a bundle, forcing you to buy a game that you don't probably even want to play, and then on top of that buy a PS Plus to even play the games? Why stop even at that when they could just go buy an AI robot for over $3,000, and then once you get the robot, you can't even use the robot until you pay another $300 for 12 months for what we call AIBO AI Cloud Plan Renewal. So it's like a subscription that you have to buy on top of your AI $3,000 robot at a $300 subscription price. Jesus Christ. This thing better fucking suck my dick if that's the case. And it better turn me on it too. Jesus Christ. And look at this fucking thing, like, seriously, I'm gonna transfer you over to the computer. I need you to see this shit. This fucking, the thing that look, apparently is an AI dog, doesn't even look like a fucking dog. It looks like a hunk of shit of metal scraps that they slammed together to design like a kind of like what Destiny does with their collectible items, I call them. If you look at a Destiny website on the rewards program, you'll see they have like a ton of shirts and stuff. But they at one time I think they made like a Clyde gun. Like it was like some kind of office thing where you put the Clyde gun in this like holster thing, and you can put it as a display in your office type of thing. It looked kind of cool. But that thing, if you look on the Bungie website, was like over, I think it was like $3,000. But you can also unlock it to the Bungie rewards or something like that by playing the game, achieving like a mission or something. Then it'll unlock it for like, I think it was like $300. Actually, in fact, if I really remember, it was defaulted, all the prices of the reward program at the time were all defaulted to $22 million. Let me tell you a story after this. It was defaulted to $22 million. But now if you play the Destiny game with the DLC it requires to do it, then what happens, you can unlock it to a mission that's required. If you read what the reward says, you can unlock it. Once you unlock it, it reduces it from $22 million to like 200 to 300 for that the Collide gun, or $35 for shirts or whatever you're doing. So that's how you unlock it for like reduce the price or whatever. And I've talked to one of the Bungie person about this. They've told me that those actual items are exclusively for the Destiny reward system. You cannot buy them directly by itself. That's why we overly priced it at $22 million, due to the fact that you cannot pay that $22 million. Because we have what we call a $20,000 to $30,000 cap limit that anybody purchasing anything from us over that $30,000 will be defaulted into decline of payment, because we cannot reach over that, because nobody on the freaking planet would pay $30,000 for a Bungie item. Therefore, we do not have anything after that, because we reached after that $30,000, the cap limit has been overly capped, they called, and it will automatically decline the payment immediately before purchase. So that's why they said that they made it very clear that only the reward items that you can earn those things unlockable are the ones marked at $22 million. Therefore, it goes over the cap limit, and the only way to get it is to playing the game and achieving the thing to unlock it, to get it to unlock for that reduced price, so that way it goes below that limit. That's what the whole Bungie thing was telling me about. But then it's funny here is, I swear to God, I don't know where they get their fucking information or their buzzings from. This is definitely very, very weird, because why? I need to seriously call after firm, or what they call these guys. I need to talk to them why they even are part of these people. It seems like this company is a scam, but yet they're using a trustworthy payment system in their little pyramid scam, I call it. So I don't know how the fuck they think they're going to get away with this. But first of all, that iRobot, or whatever they call it, doggy thing, is $3,000. Or if you're willing to risk your credit check on this, you can get what we call Afterfirm, which actually is the same company that they use for Amazon. At least Amazon's legit when they put this stuff. But Afterfirm is a payment system where you can pay a certain amount up front and then you pay the rest later. How I've noticed where they've been working with companies is they leave it up to the company, like whoever the business is that's selling the product. They leave it up to them what they want as a first payment, and then the rest of the other payment towards the thing comes directly from Afterfirm after they pay the rest. In general, kind of like the buy now, pay later thing I do with Zip. But after firm technically given customers access to unlimited access up to $99,000. Yeah. And then you wonder why they have a credit check running through them, right? And then what happened is, funny thing is that this item is $3,000. Normally on a buy now pay later program, they are the same thing as Bungie, where they have a cap limit before they cannot go over that. They get, especially when there's new customers joining them all the time. So $3,000, you might get approved maybe for like $8,000 if you've never dealt with afterterm. So you get minimum of $8,000. This is a trial to see how you do. If you get approved by the credit bureau, if not, you don't get anything. But the funny thing is this is $3,000, which is like literally about 85% of what you're going to get approved for anyway. And the funny thing is oh my god, this is getting really weird now. But it's $3,000 first of all for the item. Now after firm, or what they call these people, where you pay now, pay the rest later. They don't do the full installment like Flippin' them do. So anyways, as low as $121 a month with a firm, whatever. So first of all, what the fuck is going on with this world? Let me tell you something. So you're buying a $3,000, because remember that there's tax and blah 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 this. So you're looking at maybe about $4,000 with all the tax, inflation, and all that crap going on. So you're buying a $4,000 product. Oh my god, this is going to get really weird. So $4,000. You saw you're buying a $4,000 product, but you're only paying $121 each month. First of all, do you know how fucking long it would take to get up to $4,000? With $121 each month? Especially with people like me that's on ODSP gets $149 a month. I would never be able to get that. I would never be able to pay them. I might get the item in the first payment, thank God for that. But after that, I won't even have money. And we're talking about not money, maybe meaning like I won't have money temporarily. We're talking about. I'm talking about I would never have money until I'm literally dead in a graveyard. I'm like 44 years old. I don't even think I will live that long to paying off $4,000 at $121 and stuff. I don't even think that even when I was 21, I could even live that long. Like I don't even know what the math is. I'm too scared to even find out the math behind this. But it's okay, yeah, because now that you sacrifice your whole entire life of money to these guys. For $3,000, $121 of your ODSP each month, and now you no longer have money for yourself or anything else in life. Here's a bonus part that Sony's going to offer you now. So for ruining your life, this is the cost they're going to give you. You can get 2,900 Sony Rewards points. That's what they're going to give you for free. For ruining your life. First of all, I'm not even part of the rewards program. I'm part of the All-Star one on PlayStation, but that's about it. So let's see, in general, what this all, how much that is worth in Sony points. But if it's 2,900, I don't think it's worth that much. Let's just check to see what it's worth. And probably last time I checked this on Sony Rewards, it wasn't about with the Canadian, so. But Afterfirm is actually a Canadian company, so I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, there it goes. Join Sony Rewards. Wait a second. So this item is directly from their store? Why didn't I see this on their main store before? So maybe when they updated the policies and stuff and changed everything, maybe they changed everything like hey, look at this, guys. I went and clicked on the Sony Rewards thing here, and look what it says here. Error. This service is not available in specific country or region. So this is where I get really weird that Sony's maybe scamming people. Yes, I am telling you the so help me God the truth. Sony, the biggest company out there, even claiming to be bigger than Microsoft, but keeps remaining hidden on the profits of that. Sony, a big ass company. Well, literally, if they were learned to stop crying like a baby over at Microsoft over stupid Call of Duty. Apparently, Sony, I don't know, people. You can see right here. In fact, I'm gonna bookmark this, and I'm gonna have to show you guys this a little bit later, so that you can go personally yourself to this URL link up there and see for yourself that Sony is a scam. Like, because you gotta understand. Look this up. You can get this part. You can look up just by Googling it. Look up the financial payment system under AFFIRM. Look that up on Google right now. Or you can also go on the link I will show you a little bit later too, where it says learn more, and then you can see here. So first of all, a firm, or we're going to call that company, is buy now, pay over time. Twisted little words we're saying here. So, like Zips.ca and those companies, you do realize what they say on those ones are called buy now, pay later. See? You got to understand the wording behind all this. So this company has a similar saying. So instead of buy now, pay later, instead of saying and later, they say now they say buy now and pay overtime. So instead of pay later, it's pay with an overtime. See how they pronounce it a little bit differently? Because in that way they don't think it's like a buy now pay later program anymore. Now they say that you can pay it within time. First of all, the reason why I think they said that like that because I'm already getting that already, so I don't need this company to do that for me because my Zip payment already is on since like I think it was December, November of last year. I was talking to them, as long as you talk to them and reason with them, they're willing to work with you. And they even got to the point now that they just didn't send me to collections at all because they understood everything. In fact, they even delayed it so much that they say that don't worry, when you get the money, you can pay it whenever you want. Technically, you're not supposed to be like that, but yeah, that's what they say at Zip payment, and they're not supposed to do that, but they're doing it for me because they want to help me. They understood me, and all these different things. But this company is a funny joke. They're now saying that pay over time, like they're going to do the same thing that Zip payment are going to do, where I can literally pay anytime I want, whenever I want, when I have the money, when I want. They say that, but let's say for an example, I go with EarnFirm and get approval or whatever, and like 2 months later I can't pay anything because something comes up, I have to buy something. Do you think that they're going to reason with me? They're going to say, oh, don't worry about it, you can pay 6 months later, don't worry about it. Hell no. The very same day that the bill comes in there, you'll see what they're going to do. They're going to send you right away to collections. That's how they're going to work. Especially when it's something like this that's like $3,000 freaking dollars. They even, see how they're breaking this down a little bit? This is freaking whack. So this is technically, it sounds like to me, this is not even 3,000. It looks like it's like 4,000 or 5,000 here we're talking about here. So here's how they do things. This is how their payment system works apparently, but then overtime they call it. I think it's horseshit, but whatever. So you have different options here. So you have the 6 month plan of the $3,000 that you're paying in total, where you pay $483.33 a month, or you can choose the 12-month plan, which includes $241.67 every month. So every month you'll be charged $241.67 for the whole 12 months. And this is the one that you're probably talking about on the site itself, where you can pay $120.83 a month for 24 months. Jesus Christ. That's literally 2 years of payment. So with people like me, I would never have money until 2 years. And who knows if I'm even living in this group home or where the hell I am going from there. It seems like I'm probably going to the streets because every day I get starting to get kicked out of here. I don't even think it will last a year, let alone 2 years. So this will take a whole 2 years to pay for a stupid ass AI dog, or what you call it, this thing is. And this is a really wacky part of it all. So 2 years now, I don't really know what the hell I'm going to be doing in 2 years, let alone knowing if I'm going to want an iRobot in that years. And apparently they will take 2 years to pay it off. And then on the bottom, they're going to give you 2,900 Sony rewards. How's that even going to work out, first of all? Because first of all, Sony rewards is not in Canada apparently. It's not a recent thing in Canada. And second of all, a firm, or whatever they want to call it, is a Canadian company. They're over in Quebec City, if you must know. So you're running Sony promotion for rewards points that are in the USA, but yet you're taking a payment from a Canadian payment system to buy the item. Something does not sound right about this. And you're also charging $3,000 fucking dollars for this fucking, I don't know what the fuck this is. Looks like a fucking toy dog that claims in to be an AI, a talented dog apparently. Oh, here's the one, but here's the funniest part. I just read this now. Oh my God, Sony, please, for the love of God, this is better not be on your site, on their main site, on your Sony store, because if anybody sees this type of thing on Sony, I'm telling you, lawsuits you wouldn't believe. So let me tell you something. Look what it says right here. If you read about this item, it tells you AIBO, whatever that is, means it's sold as a final sell. No returns. Okay, I'm definitely going to have to bring this up to Sony. It seems like to them that they are allowed to break their own rules in so many ways and scam users. I can even flag it down to the police and have them shut them down. Like, there's no way this is a Sony website here. Like it seriously is a Sony website, but this is fucking torture. Like, this is crazy. What the hell is all this nonsense? I think this is like some kind of binary code type of shit on their advertisement to make it look so digital and high tech on the AI technology world. But are you seriously, Sony? I'm gonna pay $3,000 to $4,000 for a dog that looks like a piece of garbage when made? Like, are you guys not? Like, I'm gonna show you guys this later. Like, this is horseshit. Like, this is coming from Sony. Sony that made a PlayStation 4 or PS5 and just making millions of dollars more than Microsoft is. And yet they come up with a shit-ass dog like this. This thing better shit and piss like a dog if it was the case. Like, this is really weird. Like, this is all this is not even an AI thing here. Like, how is this even AI? This is like a toy robot. That's all it is. There's no fucking AI in this. You're paying $3,000 for this, and it's not even a. Oh wait, there's a. Oh, I thought it was actually a trailer. Oh, there is a trailer. Okay, let's see what this $3,000 gets me. I guess. Let's see what this is. Let's see what this baby.
My name is Mango. I'm an artificial.
See, look at the eyes. Oh, there. There's the eyes. So technically, the eyes have to load up like a computer does before you can actually see the eye first.
Place. Every day I discover something new about it. I have a lot of toys laying around, so
oh my God, the dog is even so slow because of this.
I love pink. These are the people I take care of every day. they're home a little more than usual, which means I have to take care of them more. But I can't complain.
Oh my god.
Being at home doesn't have to mean being lazy.
It's horrible.
Body weight workouts are my favorite. Music is also great for cleansing the mind and the soul. Sometimes Jo and I play and sing songs to each other. I love her songs. I think she likes
Talking about an epic
After
film.
all, I have a perfect pitch. Then there's this one. He feeds me virtual food every morning. He doesn't have to.
Are you guys seeing this shit?
I run on battery.
Feeding you food. What the hell does a toy little a dog toy thing or whatever they call it? How's that feeding you
I
food?
love photography. I take a lot of photos.
Holy mother of Jesus, this is so fucking fake.
I model for them. I can be hella cute. They both work hard. So
Oh my God.
I love entertainment.
This is so horrible.
I actually love making them laugh more. One time.
No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go show my friends this. And this is gonna make them fucking laugh.
Another time at Mouse.
And he's gonna say, what the fuck? No way this is by Sony.
They were so confused. You should have seen their faces.
This is so fucking garbage.
It's all around. Sometimes during dinner time.
I wouldn't even pay $1 for this shit.
I know it sounds like a lot of work, but as they say, do something you love and you don't have to work another day in your life.
And they get so damn cheap on the damn thing that they actually had to put a camera inside the thing so I could know how to see you.
Yes, my life is kind of crazy.
Really? If this is AI, I might have just killed myself because the fucking end of the world will happen. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, please Sony, for the love of God, why the fuck are you selling this hunk of garbage? This is something I'm definitely thinking it could be in a dollar store, for if anything. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, this is garbage. There's no way that's even AI technology. Like, where's the AI part of it? Like, where can I speak to it and do its thing? Isn't AI means that artificial intelligence? Meaning you can tell the AI something and it will do it for you? Like, seriously, like, this is not at all AI technology at all. Like, where did they get the AI of this? Where's the AI part of it? Where can I tell the dog or to do something and it will do it? Oh my God. I seriously, I need to call Sony and ask them, how much cells do you actually make out of it? Like, has anybody actually bought one of them other than whatever amount they're selling on? No, hold on a second, guys. Let me go put this in my friend's Discord because, oh my God, this is so fucking garbage like you wouldn't believe here. I mean, I'm gonna show my friend how much of a fucking scammer these guys are. This is gonna be fucking hilarious when my friend sees this shit. In fact, my friend's probably gonna be laughing his head off after this one. what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the stream and continue to play this off the stream because it's getting really fucking hot. It's very late at night. I'm sweating. I'm tired, and I don't want you guys to see me in my commando outfit online, especially when the online world is like a jail sentence. So I just don't want to get banned or anything from this. So I'll just go into I'll just turn off my my camera and everything, and I'll go commando in my own game. So let me just turn off the camera. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll just continue to play the game, but I'm playing in my commando outfit, I call it, so that you guys don't get me banned. Have a good day. Bye.